Hey YouTubers, Electric Adventures here with a very special video. We have a new addition to the arcade part of the game room. And for those of you who are observant, you should be able to see what the cabinet is underneath its plastic wrap. And it is none other than an original Stern Berzerk cabinet. It's even got the coin slots even accept quarters, of all things. This was rescued by one of the gentlemen who's in the pinball mafia up in the northern half of Tasmania, because he didn't want to see it taken away by somebody and ruined. He's more into pinballs and other things, and not really his cup of tea, so it has ended up with me. Now it's taken a little while, because I went, I think it was January, I went up there and found out about this thing. So it has taken a little while to organise transport down to my place, but another good friend of mine, Ty, was very graciously has gone and picked it up in his truck and delivered it to me tonight. So what I'm going to do, it's obviously wrapped in this plastic, I'm going to film as much as possible, and I'll cut the plastic off, and then we can have a closer look at what condition it's in. Right, so it is unwrapped. Let's get the tripod here, let's go and have a look. So the marquee looks like it just came out of the factory. That is actually really clean and very, very nice looking. The cabinet in general looks very clean. You've got the bezel around the monitor. The artwork looks very good. Obviously there's some instructions that goes here. There's only a little bit of artwork missing off the back of the glass there. Free spiderweb, a little bit of wear here. Now you can definitely see it. It is a Berzerk by the burn-in on the screen. Now the control panel obviously has suffered with a little bit of time, and we have a little bit of rust here, so I'll have to try and treat that without damaging it. I'd like to keep that as original as possible. So there we go. So I'm getting some glare. So Stern Electronics Incorporated, all rights reserved. No date there, for amusement only. Then here's the front of the cabinet. That is in, I mean, there's some just normal wear and tear from it being loved over a long period of time. It's got the Stern logo there, and your quarter meters there. We'll see what we'll do with that. I'll probably put a free play coin button here, which is completely non-destructive. So let's have a look at our side art. That is in very, very good condition. Obviously there is some, you know, tiny bits of wear, you know, the colour knocks, but I really don't see where this needs much attention at all. This side is probably a little bit more worn than that one, or it might be just that I've got more light. Now there is a serial number here. So it is unit 10,920. Gotta love that artwork. It's got a little scrape there. Let's go around the back. It's going to be a little dark around there, so we have an original key there. The front key's been changed, but the actual, I've got a box of bits and the original key's in there. There is a sticker, it's just a test sticker. I'll come back up here. Okay, open the back. Just being careful. So these are insides. There's a test switch there. All the wiring still looks fairly neat and original. And then you have all of the circuitry on that side, all laid out on a large board. So it's going to be a little bit dark in there. Everything looks pretty clean and everything inside. So it's a 110 volt cabinet, but yeah, there is actually a step down converter in the parts box as well. Sorry, just make sure that's not catching. Okay, that's better. Alright. Let's go around the front. Oh, what have I done? I've gone and wrapped up those because they put a new lock in here. It's open anyway, that's good because the keys are in the plastic. I've gone and wrapped it up in plastic. So our coin mechs all look pretty original. There's a service switch here. And we've just got a coin tray. How much did I think this game was going to earn back then? And it's pretty dark in there, but you can see the board and it's all original electronics. Wow, look at all those boards. So as you can see, it's all original circuit boards. Looking at the revision numbers, I don't know whether that's going to focus in the light. So you're going to have to put up my shaky hands at this close range. But it's all looking very good. Now, it was having some issues, so it's not perfect. It is a project. I don't think I'm going to be able to, plug it in and switch it on. I don't expect it to magically work. So there's probably going to be a part 2 to this video. And we'll see how it goes. So I will, in a minute, plug it in and we'll just see what we get at this stage, and then we can report back later. Right, so I've got the power converter in the back, I've got marquee light up, our coin doors light up. I could hear crackling from the speakers. No monitor fire up at the moment. So a bit of investigation to do. But I'll go in there with a proper multimeter and measure all the voltages and things like that, and we shall have a look. It could be the main power supply, could be gone. It also came with its original user's manual. Took me a little while to figure out where the on-off switch is. It's basically right on top of the cabinet, hopefully where I'm pointing the camera. There it is, and it doesn't stick up, so it's very hard to to see it. So we've got the full cabinet here, and all the fuses and things, so I'll be able to go through and check all of those. And lots and lots of information, so I'll have to read all that when we go through and do a bit of diagnosis. The controller feels fine, buttons feel fine. It's our test switch there. It's got coin drop things in it. Alright, but I will work it out. But this, I am so pleased to be able to add this to my cabinet collection. And yes, it needs some work, but that's fine. Most of my cabinets need work, and I do enjoy doing it. And it's just so nice to have a true original cabinet. I mean, the one next to it that got my Bosconian in it is a true original cabinet. It's a Nintendo cabinet, but it's been painted and everything, and it was a Space Firebird. I am still going to try and resurrect that and see whether I can get to the artwork underneath the paint. But for the moment, this is going to be my primary arcade restore project. Obviously, here's a sneak peek at the upright mini, also giving you a difference in the sizes. As you can see, I've sort of put a temporary marquee in there, which sort of gives away what game I'm going to be putting into that one. But that one is actually all nicely cleaned up now. All nicely cleaned up. I do need to polish that left coin mechanism so they're the same colour. I'm going to put a control panel overlay in there and put some perspex over it, just to make it flush with that glass, and I'm going to replate the surround around the monitor, and then we might see if we can do a matching Tutankhamun bezel as well. We'll see what we can do. It's all progressing towards Electric Adventures Mini Arcade. So, hope you've enjoyed this quick pick up, no play, not at the moment anyway, but in the future, video on my building up my arcade. So very much a loved addition to my selection of arcade machines, and it will be restored back to its glory. Alright, I'm Electric Adventures. Thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you